Jorgen Schlemeier, and I want to welcome you and encourage you to attend the April 9th Missouri Pharmacy Legislative Day. It's a very important day for you to attend. Ron, Travis, and I are here every day pushing your legislative issues, but certainly there is no better time for you to come in April when there's only a few weeks left in session, and all the topics are at the top of all the legislators' lists, and they want to hear from their constituents, which is you, on the very important issues, and which issues, quite frankly, they're going to take up the last 5 to 7 weeks of session. As you know, we get to a very tight funneling process in the legislature, and we want to push our issues to the top of the agenda and make those legislators feel like they are the most important issues to take on this year and get time on the calendar, debate, and obviously get those passed. Pharmacy always has issues every year, and this year is no different. We have several issues that are very, very important, probably a bigger legislative package this year than most years. And really, they begin with pharmacy's ability to practice in the state. Over the past several years, we have worked on expanding what pharmacists can be reimbursed for. Your Practice Act has been expanded over the last several years, but it takes some time for payers to begin paying you for those services. Again, we want to kind of plow some new ground with Medicaid. There are a lot of Medicaid issues going on this year that affect pharmacy, but I think what we want to do this year is focus on the one item in Medicaid that will begin to pay you for clinical services that are written under a physician's protocol, a piece of legislation that we passed a few years ago. And Medicaid has given us the green light to begin billing for those services, but we have to get that in the Appropriations Committee and into the budget. And so certainly you will be key talking to the committee members and the Appropriations Committee and also the House Budget Committee to ensure that they fund that program. We also have Senator Dave Sater, who many of you know is a pharmacist and has done a fantastic job for us, is carrying a MAC pricing bill. And just as good in the House is Lynn Morris, also a pharmacist, is carrying the companion MAC pricing bill in the House. That is a very complex, complicated piece of legislation, and as you can imagine, a lot of the PBMs are not very high on the bill, and therefore legislators need you, their local constituent, their local pharmacist, to come explain that issue to them. I can do it, Ron can do it, Travis can certainly do it, but again, there is no better contact than you with your legislator. And also we have another bill that will expand your ability to practice in the state is the immunization bill. A few years back, you probably remember, we began giving the pharmacists the ability to offer immunizations in the pharmacies. That list is a short list. This year we got out of committee a longer list, although I do believe that will get pared down as we try to overcome hurdles from the physicians. But there are a lot of questions about whether or not pharmacists have the training, the ability, the record keeping, all of the facilities able to provide immunizations. And we need you to come down and talk to your legislators about ensuring that they vote for expanding the immunization list for pharmacists to administer. Finally, we have the prescription drug monitoring bill, a bill that we've been working alongside with the physicians and many others for many, many years. We've got it passed out of the House. There's a lot of support for the bill this year, but in the Senate, there's also a lot of opposition. And as you know in the Senate, or may know in the Senate, it doesn't take but 4 or 5 senators to block a bill from coming to a vote. I believe that this bill could be one of those bills this year, and we need a full court press by pharmacists to explain the stories that you have seen in your pharmacies and why this prescription drug monitoring database is important. Again, I cannot stress enough why it is important for you to come down, and every pharmacist counts. Don't think that other pharmacists can carry your load with the legislators and you not showing up is not important, because for you, you have a senator and a representative. Other pharmacists show up, they're going to talk to their senator and their representative. They can't talk to your senator and your representative because they are not a constituent of that senator and that representative. We need you to be here. We've had great turnout in the past. It has been very popular, it's been highly successful, and quite frankly, it's been very effective to help us pass bills that are important to you. So we will see you on April the 9th.